Welcome Chelsea fans to the Chelsea news in just a 5-minute video. 3 big stories in just 5 minutes with no BS, no waffle, no self-obsessed nonsense. Just what you're looking for, the Chelsea news updates. And today we're going to feature the 3 big stories: Romelu Lukaku, Frank Lampard and Moises Caicedo. We're going to get straight into it, starting with Romelu Lukaku. And it's looked as though the last few weeks that Inter Milan will try to force Chelsea's hand into selling Lukaku on the cheap for around 25 to 30, maybe 35 million pound. We all know Lukaku wants to stay at Inter Milan. We thought we did. More on that in a second. That was his team. He's spoken in the past about AC Milan and Juve, saying never, I'd never go and play for them. Inter is my team in Italy. That's where I want to play. But last season was a little bit indifferent for him. It didn't go as well as expected, and we all saw the Champions League final and the chances that he fluffed. Anyway, in recent weeks, we've seen Inter make their bid: 20 million, 25 million, 30 million with add-ons to be rejected by Chelsea, but they were still hoping they could get a deal done. This has now changed, with Fabrizio Romano confirming a short time ago the deal between Inter and Chelsea is off. There are rumours and reports that he's been negotiating with Juventus as early as before the Champions League final, which is absolutely outrageous, scandalous. The Inter fans will be livid with him again if that is the case. It's up to Juve now to stump up the 40 million that Chelsea are looking for Lukaku. But there are reports that he's been told that if he can't get a deal done, he must return to Chelsea on Monday, the 17th of July. But as far as Mauricio Pochettino goes, he's not actually spoken to him. He hasn't spoken to him because Chelsea want Lukaku gone. The guy does himself no favours whatsoever. And what a mess this is once again. What do you think of Lukaku and this situation? Let me know in the comments section. Now to Frank Lampard, and he's done a podcast with Steven Bartlett on the Diary of a CEO podcast, and he talks for around an hour and 45 minutes of his time as a youngster growing up with football, his days at Chelsea as a player and as a coach the first time around, the turmoil in his life, losing his mum and things like that, but also, most importantly for all of us, the second time round at Chelsea, the interim period he had towards the end of the season. And some of those points that he made on that podcast were good. They were very, very interesting indeed, because we all know that Frank Lampard was talking about the basics. He was talking about the desire, the hunger, the quality, and he was talking about the fact it was lacking. And in the podcast, he pretty much confirms exactly that this squad he walked into, they were off. They weren't on it. They were off. Most players that were looking to leave pretty much just wanted the season over, just going through the motions, not really giving it and fighting for every single ball in training and on that football pitch. He spoke about the fact that having the amount of players that he did was just an absolute joke. And he said there were players that hadn't played over the course of the season. And he sort of felt the same way. And he's just sort of telling them that unfortunately he won't be involved. And they pretty much just accepted it because that was the way it was in the squad. Frank Lampard answers a lot of questions. He doesn't divulge a lot of detail in depth or name anybody. But it's very interesting to see that even he said that the dressing room had pretty much, the heads had gone. They weren't on it. There were people that were there trying to fight, but the majority just weren't on it at all. And it just shows you that dressing room needed changing. We've all seen the amount of transfers that have gone from Chelsea this summer, with more to continue. And it's a reason for it. Getting rid of those players that are just not going to be part and parcel of the squad. Players where their heads have gone, where they're just not giving it. And getting those bad eggs out of that dressing room. We want fresh, young faces. We've got them. We're going to get more. And we want a team that's hungry and a squad that's hungry, that want to work and fight for the manager first and foremost, and the supporters, and then get out on that pitch and deliver. So, interesting to hear from Frank. Let me know what you thought of Frank Lampard's interview and the snippets you've read or seen in the comment section. Finally, to the Moises Caicedo situation, where it seems as though Chelsea and Brighton have been talking for months. I have to say, what is going on? I mean, Caicedo is someone that I think is an outstanding talent. We've all seen him play in the Premier League. He's been a standout for Brighton. Chelsea just need to get this deal done. We've lost Conte. Jorginho not so much bothered about that. We've lost Kovacic and Conte. And we need Caicedo in there in our midfield. Brighton are looking for about £100 million. Chelsea have offered 70 so far. And they're trying to negotiate add-ons to equate somewhere near where Brighton want. But at the moment, Brighton are playing hardball. And with reports that both Fabinho and Jordan Henderson. Yes, Jordan Henderson could be going to Saudi. Liverpool are being touted as to coming in for Caicedo. Are Brighton holding out for a bidding war between Chelsea and Liverpool? Chelsea just need to pull their finger out and get the deal done. What do you think of the Caicedo deal? Do you think we'll get it over the line? Do you think Liverpool are going to come in and try and force a bidding war? Let me know. Comment section below. That's it, guys. 3 big stories in just a 5-minute video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and the premise and the idea of just a 5-minute video. If you do, smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.